How different will the Arizona Cardinals offense look? It's Tuesday, which means the NFL news dump at 12:15, and the pressure building around the ASU football program. All of that here in hour number 2 of the lunch break on KDUS AM 1060. You can also stream the program over on the KDUS AM 1060 app. And for listening over there or streaming us on KDUS1060.com, you can listen for your chance to win 4 tickets to the Diamondbacks when they take on the Colorado Rockies Saturday, August 9th at Chase Field. The Force strong at Chase Field. The first 20,000 fans in attendance on Saturday, August 9th. They're going to get the Corbin Carroll Rebel Pilot bobblehead, courtesy of Cox. Remember, we've got your chance to win 4 tickets. You want to get the, make sure I get this correct, Corbin Carroll Rebel Pilot bobblehead. You got to beat everybody else at the ballpark.
I'll tell you, I'm going to be running in there that day.
Star Wars
big bobblehead guy,
big
huge
bobblehead.
Star Wars fan.
So this is good crossover for you.
Huge crossover.
I am a big Star Wars guy. I don't hate bobbleheads. I just don't love bobbleheads. That's just a lot of maintenance, and if you have too many of them, what do you do with them? I've always been trying to keep my memorabilia to a very small quantity. I don't need to fill up a whole room with stuff.
I totally understand.
Do I want cool things? Yes.
No, listen, I'm not a huge bobblehead guy. I don't own a single bobblehead. I want to make that clear.
But you want this one.
But he's a Rebel pilot.
And it's Corbin Carroll.
And it's Corbin Carroll.
So you want this one.
So
in
that
particular.
one feels like if I'm going to start a collection,
a good one to start the collection with.
I like the value in a Rebel pilot crossing over with 2 things I very much love.
Now, as we start hour number 2 of the program, I want to tell everybody a story because producer Evan wasn't here yesterday. Producer Evan wasn't here on Friday. It was just you and I. We called them the fireside chats on Friday and Monday's show. Just you and I, no buy or sell, no NFL news dump, just me talking for 2 hours with the listeners. And on Monday's show, I had a conversation with all of you, and I outlined that I'm not going to overreact too much to what's going on at training camp for the Arizona Cardinals. That social media clips of a guy doing really well in Marvin Harrison Jr., I'm just not going to overreact to those clips. Now, after we got done on the air yesterday, Marvin Harrison Jr. made another excellent catch, one-handed back shoulder turning around. It was an excellent catch. Credit where credit is due. I don't think it means a 2,000-yard season for Marv, but I was impressed by what I saw. Certainly something to get excited about. But that was the conversation that we had yesterday. Well, producer Evan was traveling yesterday. Producer Evan did not listen to the show yesterday. We did not talk about this in the morning meeting, but we're sitting down trying to put the show together, figuring out what Cardinals angle we wanted to talk about here today. And unprompted, producer Evan goes, boy, did you see that highlight of Will Johnson against Marvin Harrison Jr.? And then he proceeds to turn his computer and show me a Twitter highlight. And that is where I jumped in and said, well, you clearly didn't listen to the show yesterday because I went on a bit of a mini rant saying how I'm not overreacting to clips on social media. Now, again, another very impressive clip of Will Johnson doing a great job, stepping up here in his rookie campaign. Looked good, looked the part, loved seeing him go toe-to-toe with Marv. But less than 24 hours after going on this mini rant, producer Evan was like, man, did we talk about this on the show? Well, look at this. Will Johnson locking down Marvin Harrison Jr. And I had to be the guy that said, not overreacting to social media clips during training camp. It's training camp. Relax.
So I think, yes. I was excited, and it wasn't that he was step for step with Marv. For those who haven't seen the clip, he jams Marv at the line. He throws him into the ground.
It's a physical play. It's an impressive play. Please, listeners of the program, producer Evan, everybody watching on YouTube, please do not mistake me saying that I'm not going to overreact to social media clips as code for these plays aren't good and or cool. The Marv catch yesterday was cool. The clip you showed me was impressive. I'm just not going to all of a sudden extrapolate that out and say, oh, monster season incoming for Will Johnson because he locked down Marv in training camp.
No. I'm not saying that either. I think seeing that level of physicality from a rookie cornerback is an extremely positive sign. To see a rookie come up in his first full week of training camp, jam the number 4 pick at the line, and throw him to the ground is a mentality thing that needs to be extrapolated to the entire football team.
Yeah,
Do I think the play itself is impressive? Yes. Do I love the style in which it is more than anything?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's fair. And that's my message from yesterday, and we're carrying it over into today, is just to put things in their proper context, right? Get excited when a guy looks good. Get excited when a guy shows flashes. Don't run and bet all of your money on the Cardinals to go to the Super Bowl because of it. That's what I'm trying to send out to people. Don't, after Marv makes an incredible catch, say, oh, got to take him number 1 overall in my fantasy drafts in the next couple of weeks. Or, 2,000-yard season, betting on his over. That's what I'm trying to get people to not do. Be excited. Be cautiously optimistic when you see a lot of good things in camp. Be cautiously optimistic when you see great plays like Marv made. But as Michael just mentioned on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube stream, I don't believe the hype until I see them play some games. That's the proper reaction.
Okay,
that's the proper response.
Let me ask you this question. Let's say, and I don't need it to be hype, but the Cardinals were 8 of 44 on fades last year. Right? They ran up in the top 10 of the league and hit on very few of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we see in training camp, hey, they're putting a really big focus on building a chemistry between Kyler and Marv, especially on the deep ball. We see them working on it after practice. We see them throwing it in the game. Is that now a trend or something you start to pay attention to? Or are you still saying, well, let's see it in week 1?
I just want to be careful. I don't want there to be this confirmation bias. Because to your point, you want to see them have better chemistry on the fade route. You want to see the offense have more down the field ability. So the moment you see a clip on social media or you see something out there of them doing that, it may confirm, offense is going to be great this season. And that leads into what I wanted to talk about here to open this hour. How different actually is this offense going to look? We talk a lot about the continuity, meaning that this offense is going to look different and better. They're going to have those explosive plays. They're going to add the deep ball. Marv's going to be better. We talk about all of those things. But until we see it, imagine the Arizona Cardinals drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. in this draft. Imagine they spent big money this offseason on a wide receiver too. Imagine they spent money getting a running back in the building like a James Conner. Imagine all of that happened in one offseason. You'd be very excited about this offense because it's different. There's new pieces to pay attention to. So you're excited about what it's going to look like. You're excited. How are they going to use Marv? How are they going to use the new running back? What is this wide receiver 2 going to look like? What are they going to put on his plate compared to Marvin Harrison Jr.? How's the offensive scheme going to look? You have all of these new parts. It's easy to start dreaming up how different and how much better it's going to be. This offseason, you can't do that dreaming because they're running it back. Now, that doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but they are running it back. They didn't add another wide receiver. They have the same running back room. They have the same tight end room. They have basically the same offensive line from a year ago. The same guy under center. The same guy calling plays. You don't even have a new system, a new offensive play caller that might bring that explosiveness. We're asking the current play caller to add more to the menu, to add more of those plays into the scheme. They'll find a way to get Marv more involved. So all of these are questions that I still have that don't get changed because I see Marv have a great highlight on social media. Just like, because the flip side of this, everything I'm talking about it being excited about the offense because of all the new parts is exactly how we talk about the defense. Darius Robinson in year 2, Walter Nolan, a first-round pick, Calais Campbell, Dalvin Tomlinson added, Josh Sweat, a big money signing in free agency, Will Johnson drafted in the second round. All this new, it's got to be better. It's going to be better because they're adding all these new pieces into a good defense, a defense that was good last year, even though they didn't have these guys. So now they've added these guys. The expectation is it's going to be better. It's harder for us to wrap our minds around an offense being different and better when nothing fundamentally has changed about it. Nothing's changed. Same play caller, same quarterback, same skill position group, same supporting cast, same offensive line. All of that is the same. So it's hard for us to wrap our minds around, well, the offense is going to be different. And so we gravitate towards clips like the one yesterday of Marv making that great catch. Clips of the offense looking good because that's the different. That's the new. The roster isn't new. The coaching isn't new. So we're striving this time of year for something new, something that we can put stock into, that we can buy into, that confirms what we think about this team, that they're going to be better on both sides of the ball. Whereas on the defense, it's easy to talk about the new. It's easy to buy in things being different because they added Josh Sweat. They added Calais Campbell. They added Dalvin Tomlinson. Darius Robinson didn't do a whole lot as a rookie. Walter Nolan's going to be a rookie. Will Johnson was added to this corner room, is going to have a big role here in year one. Potentially half the starters are going to be new players ready to thrive for this defense. So it's easy to buy in to the new. It's easy to buy into, yes, the defense is going to be better. The defense is going to be different. You can't do that offensively. So we just look for anything to give us that hope, to confirm what we all think this offense can be. But what we think we know the defense is going to be. So I don't know. I think it's going to be different just because it has to be, but it's hard to know because it's the same guys. So you're just betting on the continuity leading to this offense being better. Would I predict Kyler Murray to have a better season this year? I would. Would I predict Marvin Harrison Jr. to have a better year this year? I would. Do I expect Trey McBride to be awesome this year? I do. I am predicting a really good season for this Cardinals team, but there's nothing new for me to say, oh, well, they changed the play caller, and so that's going to solve this problem and that problem and that problem. You're just betting on all of these individual parts growing. You're betting on Drew Petzing growing as a play caller. You're betting on Kyler Murray growing as a quarterback. You're betting on Trey McBride growing from where he was a year ago. Marvin Harrison Jr. growing from his rookie campaign. That's what you're betting on, the growth.